Hi, I'm Lewis.
I'm Izzy.
We're Two Ways Home, and thank you very much for watching Music News.
Isabella and Lewis, Two Ways Home. It's great to see you. Feeling good today?
Yeah.
Loving the sunshine, dressed appropriately summery.
Kind of.
Yeah, about to go to Cornbury Festival.
Indeed, going to support our friend Laura Oakes.
Yeah.
And see a whole, who else have we got? Kaiser Chiefs today?
Yeah, I think so actually, yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, and you hosted your roundup at the Country Line Cafe at Gale's Bakery in Soho last night. Monthly event.
Yeah, it was really good. It was the 6th
Yeah.
one this month.
Yeah.
Who did we have? Frankie Davis, Holloway Road, and Lisa Wright. It was great. Lots of people down.
Yeah. Lots of banter.
Lots of banter. Yeah, we all had a good time.
Yeah.
Excellent stuff. And new EP, Closest Stranger, 4 new songs. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we're super excited. So basically it's the first EP where we had some collaborations on it. So before, when we released previous EPs, we always just wrote the songs all by ourselves. This one though,
we've been exploring co-writing a lot more the last couple of years. And some of the songs are just us, but some of the songs we wrote some great songs. So the title track, Closest Stranger, is written with Demi Mariner, who is from my neck of the woods actually. She's from Stratford upon Avon.
Yeah.
And really love how that song turned out. So that one made it on. Who else did we write with? We wrote with a great girl called Logan Brill in Nashville. Don't Give Up on Me Tonight was written with her. And Best Part of Me was with Adam James. I always confuse Adams up. Adam James. So yeah, it's been really well received, and we kind of wanted to try this mix of because I think our sound is somewhere between UK and the American Nashville sound. So it was recorded and produced in Bow, a great studio with a guy called Maxine, and then we got it mixed and mastered over in Nashville with a friend of ours at 4 Music Productions, which was brilliant. A guy called Mark Longsway, and I think the mixture of the two kind of is exactly the same.
It certainly sounds good, the finished product, that's for sure. Has that Nashville sound always sort of drawn you both in then?
What? You take this one.
I guess when we first went to Nashville about 2013, that's really when the turning point kind of came, where we went over and we saw all these artists and we're like, wow, we really love this scene and we really love the music. So that's kind of where it all started. We weren't that into country beforehand actually, so we obviously knew the big ones like Johnny Cash, Dolly Parton, people like that, but once we kind of went over, we kind of explored more and more artists, and then we really fell in love with it, and that's how we kind of got into it. So.
And we realised it is a country town, but there's so many other genres going as well, and there is this Nashville sound, but I wouldn't say it's naturally like wholly country. There's lots of other.
There's all sort of variations, I guess, around it. But certainly, it's an industry. Have you watched the series Nashville?
I've seen the first season, but I've not kind of watched anything beyond that.
I've seen a few here and there. I think I need to.
Yeah, we need to catch up on it.
It's definitely worth a good watch. And you launched the EP at Vauxhall Arches, Buck and Ball, London's newest country club. How was that?
It was great.
Yeah, really fun.
We're looking forward to seeing what they're going to do over the coming years. But this was the first show that they did, I suppose, and it was really nice to work with them for the launch.
Yeah, I mean,
good turnout. It was. Great.
Absolutely. I heard. It's why do you think country music is becoming so popular in the UK?
I think it's very alternative to the scene that's going on, like the Radio 1, like the London capital scene. Just talking about radio, and whilst I really love the UK pop scene as well, I think it's just very alternative. It's quite like earthy. I don't want to say organic, but it's quite organic. As in, a lot of the songs are storytelling, and I think I feel like it's booming because it's very alternative.
Yeah.
There's an older market for it, but also loads of like really young guys.
It's across the board, absolutely these days.
And I think the sound in Nashville is really accessible, really pop,
Yeah.
There's some acts that are really rock, bands like Brothers Osborne, who we saw recently, just brilliant rock country sound. But then there's also acts like Maren Morris, which essentially I almost see as kind of more like the Rihanna of country music, like that really pop female figure that the genre needs.
Yeah.
I guess that's why we like it.
Excellent. I mean, how did you both get together then? How did this two ways home start?
So we actually went to university together, and Lewis actually started playing in like this pop rock covers band that I had back in the day, but that never really went anywhere because everyone else kind of dispersed and left. So we started writing together and just did open mic nights, and then some of our friends came along and they were like, oh, you have a bit of a country sound, like look into this, when you sing together the harmonies kind of lend itself really well to this country sound. So
I think we had a few friends that were like die-hard country fans that were like, oh my god, got to check out this sound, we need more of this.
So basically that's when we decided, okay, let's go to Nashville, let's check it out, and then
I think we just kind of pulled enough of country in to be considered as like a country act, to be able to play on country bills, but I think we're kind of
like alt country. That's what we kind of call ourselves.
Right.
So yeah.
And how did you settle on the name?
Oh. Shall I take this one?
Yeah.
Okay. We originally had a previous name, which we will go unmentioned, but we decided we needed a name change, and we'd sort of slightly changed the sound. We're more of a band. We're going for more of a band sound. All of the EPs before were a little bit more acoustic based, but the last three that we've done have been more full band rock, drums, bass, and we kind of went through hundreds of names, and there's this Kiwi artist we really like called Kimbra. She's got a song called Two-Way Street, and we were kind of wanted to play with a name that had something with two in the title, and we were going through lots of lyrics about songs, and like home came up a lot. And Izzy's originally from Vienna, Austria, and I'm from London, so we're like, what about Two Ways Home? Because kind of wherever we are, there's always two ways home, like one for Izzy, one for me. And I think it works maybe on a few different levels.
Yeah.
And it's just got
a nice ring to it, I think.
Yeah, no, it sounds good, and it looks good. Nice logo.
Okay,
nice.
Thank you.
It took a little bit of time getting them on.
And when will the debut album be released?
Ooh, I don't know.
Our plan, I think, was originally 3 EPs.
Yeah.
Then, hopefully, through that point, to have got a manager, a booking agent, maybe a record deal. We've got a brilliant manager, and we're starting to work with a lot more booking agents. So we sort of feel like if we're going to do an album, we want to do it properly, spend a bit of time, have a bit more of a budget. So we're looking for some sort of way of funding that properly as we're.
Maybe a Kickstarter, maybe getting someone on board who can help us out.
Yeah,
that's
working with somebody on it. So we're going to keep working and touring this album for the summer, but then I imagine as soon as autumn rolls around, we're going to be writing, and
hopefully next year we can start an album and then maybe release it end of 2018.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Is there a whole chest of songs to choose from at the moment?
I think we've probably got about 20 or 30 songs that are co-writes with people, stuff that we think is good music, but it's maybe not fit on one of the EPs so far. But I think we will write majority of the new stuff. I think it's important to keep writing new stuff because our sound's changing every.
Yeah, and I personally I don't like it when you put the same songs on the album as you already released on an EP. Like I know that a lot of artists kind of do that. But I think it's better to just give new material and give your fans and just friends new things. So
we're happy with the recordings we've done, so I think it's good to get some new stuff out.
Yeah, I mean, and the recordings are pretty special. They sound,
Wow, we really tried.
We love it. So
when you're releasing 4 songs on an EP, it's great because for this one in particular, we recorded 6, picked the best 4 for the EP. And we've actually got one other song that was brilliant. It just didn't fit so well into the EP, so we'll be releasing that one later on in the year.
Yeah.
Which we can't wait, and then we'll be using the 6th song as probably the B-side, which is a little bit more alternative, bit of a different sound for us, but they also have a big shreddy guitar solo in it, so I want to make sure I get that out.
Back to the rock days.
Yeah.
And the songwriting, you know, and co-writing and write for other artists, how does all that sort of work? How do you choose artists to co-write with?
Well, I think we're kind of lucky now in the sense that we've worked with some great songwriters and been quite lucky. We've got them through our manager or through connections. But now I feel like we
it's quite easy to approach people in our genre. So I think the country scene is very friendly.
Yeah.
So we sometimes just go to gigs and say, oh, let's do a co-write. And then obviously if they don't know us, then we'll send them a link and send them our songs and see if they like it. And then if they like it, they're like, yeah, let's do it. So I think it's pretty just organic, comes around, like just saying, do you want to come over, let's write.
What have been your co-write highlights, as it were?
Well, to be honest, I don't think there's anybody I can think of that I haven't enjoyed writing with, but some gave birth to some really good songs. What songs have you got? I mean, I really like the song we wrote with a girl called Jess Thriston.
Yeah.
We're hoping she takes it. Jess, if you're watching this. It's a good song. But we played that one of our roundups and it went down really well.
Yeah.
And the first time we properly met Laura Oakes was writing in our little flat in North London. And I really like that song.
Yeah, it's a great song.
So those two were some great writes. But we've also written with, I don't want to start naming people because I'll leave people out. But everybody was great. We've had some great writes with Jake Morrell. He's a really wicked, slightly more, I guess, more Americana sound to him. It's more like of an acoustic, rootsy sound. But all the writes with him were brilliant. We've been writing with Sue McMillan recently. She's great.
We've kind of been writing songs for us and for the other artists, so it's always a mix. And then when you go into the writing session, then you kind of decide, okay, what should we write about? Does anyone have an idea? And then you kind of feel towards the end of the session, you feel, oh, who would this fit with? Sometimes you have a song which doesn't suit any of the ones in the room, so then you could maybe give it to someone else. But yeah, so it always like happens kind of.
I think we tend not to write for somebody in particular at the moment. We just tend to write the song and figure out afterwards. I think that's better in a way. Yeah. Because you're not restricting what the song could sound like.
Yeah. And how did you get involved in music, both of you then? What was your journeys?
So like, I kind of got involved quite as a, like when I was I think 5 or 6. So my granny, she's a singer as well. And she's also an actress. So my grandparents used to always pick us up, me and my brother, and we used to sing in the car a lot. And then my parents kind of heard me sing one day and they thought, oh, actually, she's can actually sing. Yeah. So they decided to get me into a choir and do singing lessons, and then I did piano lessons. And then I just did loads of musical stuff when I was younger. So then I kind of, at the age of 18, when I decided to go to university, I had this fork in the road where I was either going to do art, so visual art, or music. But I decided music was really the one to go for, so I just went with it. And yeah, I'm happy about the decision.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I've got a musical dad, so I kind of grew up watching my dad's band play, and he plays and sings guitar. Had a function band, so he gave me this tiny little half-size guitar, which I used to practice about, I think I started when I was about 6 or 7. And I actually played it for a bit and kind of Dad didn't push me and got pushed to the side. But then when I got into secondary school and met a lot more musicians, I started playing in bands, and I was in rock bands and punk bands, and sort of played everything with my friends. And then kind of did school and was going to go on, and whilst my dad was massively encouraging, I think I had it in my head that music was probably better as a hobby rather than a career. And I wanted to do a course, so I moved to London for 3 months to do a course in kind of guitar, because I wanted to become a better guitarist, at least to a good standard before I went and did a degree in chemistry or geography, I think I was looking at the time. But I did 3 months of this course, loved it, carried on, did a year, and then at the end of that year I think I figured out that I only really could or wanted to do music. So I stuck with that and just really worked my butt off till then, and have think I can say honestly that I've not done a job that's not been music related, and there's been like tricky times, but we've really, you know, pushed hard as a band and tried to keep it going. And I think finally we're starting to feel like we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. And musical ambitions?
Oh. Wembley Stadium.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, dream big.
Big. I think I'd like to be at the stage where we could play a big world tour.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
You know, stadium gigs or smaller gigs, whatever. But I'd like to travel and kind of take our music around the world a little bit more. We've been lucky enough to get to Nashville and to Atlanta and Austria and even Vegas this year. We played a few shows in Vegas, which was bonkers. But I think, yeah, it'd be nice to travel more.
Yeah.
And we're both really trying to work more as writers, and we both just love writing songs and love good songs. So I think if we can start writing with some bigger artists and getting some
for them as well,
getting some cuts.
Yeah, no, it sounds good. And who do you look to for inspiration then musically?
Ooh. Well, as Lewis said before, we really like Brothers Osborne, so they're amazing, and also an artist called Lucy Silvas.
Oh, yeah.
So she's actually English, but she moved to Nashville, and her album is country, but it's more alternative country, so more kind of the sound that we get drawn to.
I think they're two current acts that we're both really liking. But I'm the biggest Queen and the Eagles fan. I think I draw a lot. Just go through the back catalogue and take a lot, both guitar wise, and if I could ever do a Freddie Mercury song justice, I think I'd be doing okay.
Definitely. And thanks a lot for your time. It's been great. What festivals can we see at this summer?
Oh God, we need to get a list. As of today, we're going to get a long list for situations just like this.
We're playing FSA Fest.
Yeah, we're playing Welsh Pool Americana Fest.
Yeah. Then
Bristol Rivertown Festival.
Yeah. You know them all.
Yeah.
I'm like, which one?
I've been paying attention. We've got about another.
There's something in Wigan, or is that?
There's an American. Yeah, I think it's another Americana Fest in Wigan.
Yeah, in Wigan.
We have our headline show actually on the 18th of August.
Yes.
At the Green Note.
Oh yes.
Tickets have gone on sale recently for that. So anybody who wants to come watch us live will be there. 2 ways home, plus maybe the odd special guest.
Yeah. But also you can find all the info on our website. So if you just go on twowayshome.com and go to the show part of the website, there's all the shows are listed there and all the festivals.
So and stuff, we'll put them underneath this interview anyway.
Amazing.
And yeah, for somebody just getting into Two Ways Home, which 3 songs of yours would you say, check these out online, they sort of sum us up as a band?
Right. I think Just For Now is a good smasher country single. Put it on in the car and drive down the motorway with.
Yeah, that's the second EP.
Yeah.
Then
new EP, Don't Give Up On Me Tonight.
Yeah,
if you want a nice kind of mid-tempo, relaxing on a summer's evening song.
Bit more Americana.
Yeah, I'd go with that one.
Yeah.
What did we really?
First EP.
Our first EP.
Time Lasts Forever.
Time Lasts Forever. That's a whimsical ballad, if you will.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thanks a lot for your time. Anything else to say to Music News viewers?
No, just thank you very much for tuning in and listening to us waffle on for the last 20 minutes or so.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Great.